believe we have a very special guest coming to us right now. He is one of the top 5 greatest Canadians of all time.
Easily.
It has been established.
Easily.
Wayne Gretzky, of course, Alexander Graham Bell, Paul Bunyan. But certainly inside of that, you have to have the one and only Harley Finkelstein, president of Shopify. Everybody welcome Harley Finkelstein to the stage. Harley Finkelstein. Harley, welcome to the show, brother. Harley, welcome to the show. We appreciate you making the time to join us, brother. Harley, I'd love.
Why do you have so many beverages?
I need more caffeine.
He's got to stay.
I don't know what that is.
He's got to stay so caffeinated.
I take about 400 milligrams during the show.
Yeah. You're joking.
We're live every day.
No.
2.5 hours.
Wow.
I do about.
You guys give TBPN a run for their money.
We're trying.
Yeah.
We're trying.
Jordy and John got nothing on you.
Yeah, well, I love it. One Diet Coke.
Wow, yeah, you're very sophisticated. You're also wearing a sport jacket.
Yeah,
definitely.
You know, we do the best that we can.
How is your .dev going?
It's
incredible.
Yeah, it's good.
Just the vibes here.
Vibes are pretty good here.
The vibes are
It's
unbelievable.
You got to feel like a proud daddy.
Are you kidding me? This is like Christmas for me.
It's like Christmas.
It's amazing. You know, our first developer conference, whatever you call it, was 10 years ago in San Francisco. It was called Unite. And the power went out. It was 2 days. Day 1, it was amazing. Day 2, the power went out. Any of you here for that? Yeah. The power went out across all of San Francisco. And so we did what all good entrepreneurs do. We said fuck it and did. Can I swear on the show?
You can. Of course.
We said fuck it and we created this like garden party outside of the venue. And I still remember like when we created these like little pop-up, workshops and stuff. People were sitting on the ground. We got blankets. It was amazing. But it was in that moment that you can sort of viscerally understand the power of this community and ecosystem, that even though we're all kind of in our own areas of the world doing our own things, we all really, really give a shit. And I love this community so much. So
that's powerful, man. That's powerful.
I mean, Harley, we're on day 1. What is the most excited that you're going to be for the next couple of days? What gets you the most excited, the most pumped?
I mean, a lot of it is, I think you see a lot of these big metrics, these numbers. I mean, Atlee and Vanessa mentioned them on stage today, how much we've paid out to the ecosystem, or 21,000 apps in the App Store, or, the amount of people using Catalog and UCP. This is more than just a company for me. This is my life's work.
Totally.
And so on a very personal, raw level, meeting all these people around the world from, just while I was literally walking from the entrance right to here, I met partners from Uruguay, from Israel, from Brazil, 2 from California, 1 from Ottawa, Canada. I mean, it's difficult to sort of articulate how it feels to kind of see partners in person like this.
Yeah.
You can do a lot digitally.
Yeah.
But there's something different about someone coming up to you and saying, I'm building, this amazing application for Shopify merchants in Uruguay. And here's what I'm dealing. Here's why I'm doing it. Here's who I'm working with. People are built. I mean, the true value of an ecosystem. And there's a famous Bill Gates line, which is like a true platform is when you create more value than you capture.
Yeah.
And you can kind of see that, disproportionately scale. So the more money we make, our partner should make a multiple of that.
That's awesome.
But when you see people in person who have committed to building on top of Shopify, that is not lost on me. That means so much.
Wow.
Maybe especially for internet people, when you get
Yeah.
IRL,
Totally.
there's something magical about it.
Yeah, because like you look at their names, you're like, I remember years ago, I met the now infamous Hunky Bill, one of our first partners. And I'm like, are you Hunky Bill? He's like, yeah, my real name is Dave. I'm like, I was like, wow, like you're a real person. We hugged and it was special. Every time we do an edition, I watch what you guys talk about afterwards. Obviously, the edition is exciting, but the way you guys take the edition and you break it down, each component, each element, each product, and you talk about your version of that.
Yeah.
It's cool to watch it, but sitting here with you, I'm like, whoa, like I'm a little starstruck with you.
Oh, get out of here. Get out of here.
It's amazing. So,
Harley, tell me this. You've been vocal about catalog. I've been really excited. I think our community loves Shopify so much because of the arming the rebels type ethos.
Yeah.
And spirit. And there seems to be something here, an opportunity for new businesses, new entrepreneurship, developers, etc. What do you feel like Catalog unlocks for devs that maybe wasn't possible?
Okay, well, a couple things. First of all, you always have to start. See, old friends. It's amazing. Like, we see each other once a year. We give each other a hug, and then you go off and build and make all types of money and do cool shit. And then a year later, I see you, and I'm like, how you doing? You're like, yeah, I'm doing great. That's the community. A couple things. I think, first of all, if you kind of go up a couple abstraction layers, you go up to like the agentic commerce layer to begin with. I think ultimately the thing that people are missing about agentic commerce is fundamentally it is merit-based. It is not about who has the most amount of money, who's been there the longest. It is merit-based.
Yeah.
And the best example I can give you is my last purchase. My last Shopify purchase was because ChatGPT said I should buy a tin can phone for my daughter.
Yes.
Which is a screenless phone. You know, tin can phone?
Yes.
It's amazing. Okay. We never would have found that 5 years ago. Why? Because if we were looking for a screenless phone 5 years ago, we would have been directed by Google or some sort of discovery engine to Best Buy.
Yeah.
And we would have been shown 15 versions of crappy screenless phones. Instead, because it's merit-based, we were directed to Tin Can Phone. Tin Can Phone has gone, I don't know them at all, so this is not a pitch for them. I've never met them. I'm just a consumer of their products, and they're amazing products. They've like knocked out of the, I mean, they're sold out. So like, obviously they've knocked out of the park. That was not possible 3 years ago. So one is from a consumer perspective, you're going to see more of these DTC brands get started and grow much faster because of this merit-based paradigm of agentic commerce. That's one. Number two, from an app developer perspective, there was, for a period of time, you can sort of track it. The apps that were doing best on Shopify, a lot of them started small and then grew really, really big, meaning they added more people, they added a CRO, a CMO, brand, they had events and stuff. I actually think now some of the biggest apps, the most impactful apps in the next couple of years are going to be with very small teams.
Wow.
Like teams of 3 to 5 people.
Wow.
And they're just going to have an army of agents helping them running these companies, building these companies. And so second of all, I think it's going to disproportionately benefit these super entrepreneurial teams that are small in size, but very large in ambition. And the third thing in terms of like the use case of Catalog, is Sarah here? Where's Sarah? What's that app we just looked at? What was it? What's it called? Esemble. Okay. Literally walking in here, we looked up a store called Esemble.co, I think. I forget. We'll get you the URL in a second. Okay. So it's literally, Sarah just showed me as we were walking the door 8 minutes ago. Someone just took Catalog, 1.5 billion SKUs, and basically made a personal shopper. It's an amazing store on Shopify. Really? They don't have any inventory. They don't have, they're just pulling from Catalog, and they created a layer on top of it that allows you to basically upload what you're currently wearing and find new stuff across every Shopify store. I'll give you another one, actually, since we're going to nerd out here a little bit.
Let's go.
Check this out. This is called gamers.town. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I've seen this.
Holy shit.
This is incredible.
Okay, so once again, another example of some entrepreneur who's taking Catalog. Okay, so like you pick your favorite game, right? Like Minecraft, Roblox, Fortnite, Counter-Strike, Dota, whatever. Let's go to League of Legends. Look at the merchandising.
That's wild.
Dude. Look at this. This is like 2042, year 2042 level commerce.
It is.
Look at that.
Look at that.
It's spectacular. It is spectacular. Now, like, my mom wouldn't know how to navigate this, but it's not for my mom, right?
For mom.
It is for someone who's in kind of the gaming world and ultimately wants to have a really unique experience. And it's
so cool.
And look, it's all one click. Shop Pay.
Wow.
So you talk about from a consumer perspective, Catalog and agentic commerce will make it a much richer experience. From a merchant perspective, they're going to build all types of gnarly stuff.
Yeah.
From a partner perspective, you're now going to have small teams building hugely impactful products for the merchant community. And we're like, forget like being the first inning or second inning. We're still at the hotel getting dressed for the game.
All right.
That's how
Let's go.
freaking early we are. I mean
Let's
that.
go.
Sure.
I totally agree with this.
If your growth is plateauing on search and social, it's time to rethink TV. Universal Ads makes it simple for D2C brands to run TV campaigns designed for performance without the usual mystery of getting involved with television. You get both premium streaming and linear inventory all in the same place, okay? You're reaching net new target audiences outside of the same crowded social feeds. We're all spending our dollars today. There's no hidden markups or fees. Campaign setup and management. It's just like search and social. You get running minutes. TV that's designed that delivers for performance marketers. Go to universalads.com. Use code UACowboy. You can get $1,500 in matched ad credits. Many thanks for Universal Ads being part of the show. Your buyer data already knows what ad you need to make next. You just can't read it yet. Most brands and marketers brief from instinct. Okay, what's our best performing ad? Let's change a little bit. Proxima changes the input here. Read your conversions against real shoppers across 2,000 plus e-commerce brands. Shows you exactly who's buying, what else they respond to, and where your account has gaps. You just wire up Meta, wire up Shopify. Proxima begins to map every conversion back to a real buyer segment inside the commerce graph. And no longer are you briefing from a blank page. You get a feed of creative briefs. First 3 briefs are going to be free for you every single month. Go to proxima.ai. Stop the slop. Many thanks for Proxima being part of the show.
And Harley, I want to double click on something too. You've been bullish on AI, and basically you generate demand, and merchants will basically create value from that. Could you dive a little bit more into that?
Yeah. So back to this whole idea of like merit-based. Because any of these agentic applications that all of us are playing with have not only an understanding of what our tastes are, they have there's not even a term for it, like a nuanced understanding of us. So for example, like I love to hike. I do this race called 29-0-29. It's like Jesse Itzler's thing. I don't know if you've heard about it, but
Let's go.
you basically climb these
Harley.
mountains. Yeah. So I've been doing these ultra endurance races, and every year I want to get new gear for it.
You've been doing
And so-
ultra endurance
Yeah,
races,
yeah.
brother?
Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
I got to keep my head busy, right?
Let's go.
Otherwise, I'll lose my
Wow.
mind. So I've been doing these races, and every year I go to whatever my daily tool is, my clanker, or it's my open claw, or it's my it's an instance of ChatGPT, and I'll type in, "Hey, it's time for that race again.
Yeah.
What should I be buying?" It is never going to show me Foot Locker because it knows that last year I bought On Running. The year before I bought Norda, which is one of my favorite. Do you guys know Norda?
Yeah.
It's an amazing brand. So it's not going to show me things that it's not going to resonate with me. Therefore, next year when I go to look for what I want to purchase for my race, it's going to show me a store that I've never even heard of before.
Love
that kind of looks like On, but kind of looks like Norda.
Yeah.
But it won't show me the same ones again because it knows I like fresh gear every year.
I like
And
that.
then it's going to know that I'm in Montreal, Canada. And it's going to know that it better get to me fast because I don't like waiting for stuff.
Yeah.
And it also kind of knows that I'm not overly price sensitive because it knows that I buy expensive stuff sometimes. So it's going to bring all this context together over years and years of conversations with me and show me things that otherwise I never would have found. What is that going to do? It means that it's going to disproportionately benefit the long tail of merchants. And that's why I think this new era of discovery in the agentic world is going to, I was going to say unfairly, but it's actually going to disproportionately affect brands that otherwise would not have got found. And I think it's going to compound.
Wow.
I think this is really important for those of us in e-commerce on the merchant side, especially because as the ad platforms have developed, he who has the greatest war chest of ad spend ultimately wins.
Exactly.
You know?
That's how it's been.
And this becomes an equalizer.
Yes. And now it's going to be the brand, the company that has the best product with the right attributes relative to the search query or the context of search that the consumer is looking for will win. And that is incredibly democratizing, This is what we all dreamed of years ago.
Exactly.
This was the dream of SEO. It was like,
Exactly.
well, you don't need as much money anymore.
Exactly.
If you're
Yes.
smart and you're thinking about what these search engine, what the crawlers are looking for, you're going to get. Now it's about, can you connect a sophisticated prompt with the right product? On stage this morning, I saw the dry run yesterday, so I shouldn't have been surprised, but I watched Vanessa's speech this morning. And she talked about new attributes of catalog and UCP.
Yes.
And she's like,
so pumped
it
about
was
this.
so crazy. She's like, look, it's not just about SKU or color or fabric, or it's like, this is actually really great for humid weather.
Yeah.
This is really great for
Exactly.
Toronto in July, where
Yeah.
you may have some rain come out.
Right.
So now I think great merchants and great retailers are going to begin to merchandise in a very different way. It'll be about the use case. It'll about when to use it. Where, like, it'll track your, it'll say, where are you located? Where the wedding you're going to next week? Where is it? Oh, Let me search the database of all the weather of that place for the last 15 years. And based on that, I'm going to recommend a different suit than what I think you're taking. And also, I know that you like to, this is your typical price point. I'm going to show you that as well. So again, back to the consumer. Consumer is about to encounter a much richer shopping experience than they've ever had.
Yeah.
And the merchants that are paying attention will win. It won't be the merchants with the biggest budgets. It'll be the merchants who are paying attention.
Incredible.
Wow. Harley, I'd love to just kind of double click on one thing, which is you are so embedded and ingrained in the community.
Yeah.
I don't know any other president in the world that is supporting the merchants like you do, engaging with people like you do, and being there for merchants. Where does that come from? Why you're so many years into this and yet you're still doing it? Where does that come from?
The same place it comes through for you guys. You guys can do a lot of things. Your opportunity cost of doing this podcast is very, very high. You guys can get big jobs, big companies making big salaries that is guaranteed. I know you guys do very well, but entrepreneurship is never guaranteed.
Sure.
It's true.
You're doing it because you love this stuff.
It's true.
Yeah. Shopify is a deeply personal endeavor for me and Toby and the team. Deeply personal. And part of it is where I come from. I'm the child of immigrants. My father was a refugee. My grandparents, Holocaust survivors, come to this country in the 50s and couldn't get a job. Like most good immigrants, they can't get jobs. We start small businesses.
Yeah.
Right.
We don't call it entrepreneurship. We call it survival.
Survival.
But what it is truly entrepreneurship.
Exactly.
And I think ultimately entrepreneurship for all the people here and all the people watching is deeply personal to us. It is the great equalizer. It doesn't give a shit about what your last name is or where you went to school. It cares about how much value you're creating for the people buying your product. Does someone want to give up their hard-earned salary to buy the thing you are selling to them?
Yeah.
So in many ways, you guys may have heard the story, but when I was 13 years old, I wanted to be a DJ. Nobody would hire me. So I started my own DJ company.
Let's go.
And when I was 17, my dad wasn't around anymore. I had to support myself. I started a t-shirt company. Entrepreneurship is deeply personal to me, not because of the t-shirts or the DJ product I was delivering, because it allowed me to solve the problem that I was facing. I was store 137 on Shopify back in 2006. I was in law school, had to support myself. I met Toby at a coffee shop. He was transitioning from selling snowboards, selling software, and I became one of the first people to use what would become Shopify. And it changed my life. It meant that I was able to go to school, earn my law degree, but also pay the bills, help support my sisters and my mom. And so the fact that Shopify, the company that I found, also happens to be the world's entrepreneurship company, feels right. It feels right. It feels like everything I've been doing in my life has led me to this company. And so it is deeply personal. And part of the reason that this community is so important to me is because in a similar vein, in the early days of Shopify, we couldn't build everything ourselves. Yeah. There was no way for us to give 100% product market fit to every merchant that was using Shopify in the early days. So we leaned on a community of entrepreneurs, and we made it so that they can also make real money building on top of Shopify for the merchants. And 20 years later, that's still the case. And I'm super proud of guys like Andrew at Klaviyo, who built $1 billion company on Shopify. Yeah. But I'm equally proud of I met someone earlier today, this guy Alex from Montreal, who has a single app. He's by himself, literally in his mom's basement, his parents' basement.
Let's go.
And he's just grinding. But he's paying his bills. He's building a company. And I asked him, what is his goal for the year? And he's like, I want 1,000 installs. And I'm equally proud to watch him build as I am to watch Klaviyo build. And our job and my job and Toby's job at Shopify is to create the opportunity so that people can build on top of what we've designed. And as commerce and retail advances and innovates, there should be more opportunity for all of you. And so this is life's work shit for me.
Wow.
I can say
fired up right now.
Colin's family, my family, a big reason why we have careers and feed our families is because Shopify exists.
Exactly.
Mine too.
Exactly.
Yeah. We appreciate what you do. We appreciate you making the time to join us.
What you guys have done is you've taken something that no one could have business planned what you guys have built, e-commerce Cowboys. There's no way. There's no like you couldn't have written a business plan in college and be like, here's what I'm going to do.
I think that's right. I think you're right on that.
But it works because, we had a bunch of keynotes yesterday. And Chrissy Forte gave this amazing keynote where she talked about this new quotient. So you have the emotional quotient, EQ.
Yeah.
And of course, you have the intellectual quotient, IQ.
Yeah.
But she talked about a new quotient called the give a shit quotient. And one of the things that is remarkable to me about Shopify, but also this community, is there's a very, very high give a shit quotient.
Yes.
You can't architect that. That has to happen organically. That's like a living, breathing thing.
Yeah.
And and a lot of companies screw it up. They have that high give a shit quotient, and then they get greedy, or they become overly scripted, or they say, you know what, I'm just going to start building everything on our own. And I'm very proud that Shopify, as we evolve, this community, the pundits, the reporters, the media around this community, we've all evolved together. And when you guys, hit your next metric, your families will be cheering, you'll be cheering, and Toby and I and our team at Shopify will be cheering for you as well. We're so grateful for what you guys do.
That's good. Wow. Thank you. We really appreciate that.
You, Harley.
Pleasure.
Yeah. Harley Finkelstein, president of Shopify. Thank you for joining us, brother.
It's an honor.
Thank you for putting this on. We're honored to be here.
It's an honor.
Absolutely.
Thank you, man. Oh, what?
Unreleased merch.
Unreleased merch.
Wow. Sick. Beautiful. Well done. You'll see it.
Thank you, man. Thank you, brother.
Oh, and see you all at Block Party. Block Party is going to be insane.
Let's go.
Block party. Can
Block
we have?
party.
We need a round of applause for the one and only Harley Finkelstein. Thank you, brother. Wow. Block party is going to be insane. I'm going to be there. I think we're all going to be there. And wow,
Unreleased merch too.
My heartstrings have been pulled on a little bit here. This is a very touching.
You're just giving it back to me.
You wanted me to do it. Okay. Yeah. People are the most important part of your business, and finding real A players is hard and incredibly time-consuming. Propel is the best recruitment agency out there for e-com brands and agencies who source talent from the US, Latin America, and beyond. We're talking video editors, graphic designers, media buyers, and more. The best part is they work on performance. You only pay a one-off fee. No retainers and no ongoing costs. Every hire comes back by a free month guarantee. Go to wearepropel.com/ecom-cowboy-propel. If you mention Ecomm Cowboy, you're going to get 10% off your first hire. Many thanks for Propel being part of this show. Seguno is the only marketing suite that lives entirely inside of Shopify. What's that mean, Chris? Your emails, your pop-ups, your banners, your reviews, it's all there where you already work and play every day. And it means that you don't have to seed your trust to big email. That's over-attributed data. With Seguno, your Shopify data is the email data. It's a big reason why they won the 2024 Shopify Build App of the Year. One-click automations, actual humans that can help you build for lean teams with big aspirations. Go get the advanced Shopify segmentation playbook at the URL scrolling across the screen. Get a free trial of the platform. Tell them Colin I sent you. It will extend that free trial to 30 days. Many thanks for Seguno being part of this show. Someone asked how long it takes before an affiliate program starts paying for itself. Would you know the answer? You may not. Most brand operators don't, and that's exactly what our friends at Sati are tackling on August 20th. They're hosting a live session with an affiliate consultant, built programs for e-com brands over a decade, hitting 10K per month in affiliate revenue in under 4 months. On this call, she is going to be walking through the exact playbook behind that number, budget, timeline, roster size, etc., the whole thing. If you stick around after, there's a live Q&A. Bring your programs directors specifically, plus every attendee walks away with a resource to keep going after the call ends. It is Thursday, August 20th coming up. Go grab your spot, talk with the Sati team. Many thanks for them being part of the show. We have coming inside of this show the one and only Bill Rom. Okay, Bill is Bill operates in a special category. A category that is near and dear to my heart. He is co-founder and chief strategy officer at Baseball Lifestyle 101, which has an incredible story of starting as an Instagram account, a theme page many years ago, and then building, posting every day, 1 post a day, 3 posts a day, more, developing products, eventually going kaboom. Now they're everywhere. Retail, all the things have their own stores. Their drops go sell like bananas. And I want to ask him. About the inflection point. I'll just say, I used to be in the travel baseball category every day, all day, and watch the whole thing happen. So it's very interesting to me. Everybody, welcome inside of the show, the one and only Bill Rom of Baseball Lifestyle. Get in here, Bill.
Let's go.
What's up, guys? How we doing?
Let's go.
Bill, even better.
now that
Let's
you're
go.
here. We appreciate you making the time to join us in the busy world of New York City, sir.
We got a busy day going on, but happy to be on. Excited to be on.
Let's go.
Okay, Bill, I want to know. I have detailed a little bit, and I'd love for you to elucidate more. But I want to know. Okay, infamous story, baseball lifestyle 101. I mean, we're going up and to the right. We're posting, we're nitty gritty. We're there all day, every day, online, connecting with travel baseball kids and more. And you guys are so knit into the community, which I think is so wise. Number one, takes time. Number two, takes authenticity. Number three, I want to know about the inflection point. Was there an inflection point for baseball lifestyle where we just, hey, we've been building and now we're kaboom, that arc, that hockey stick just started moving a little farther up? I have always wondered if it was the ice cream shorts, Bill. I've always wondered, but I'd like to hear from the man himself. Was there an inflection point where growth just went kaboom?
Yeah, so I think it would be disingenuous for me to say that the ice cream shorts weren't part of that process. But I think also at the same time, we had been doing ice cream for 2 years before it really took off.
Yeah.
It's not like the ice cream shorts came out and all of a sudden, money was raining from the skies. The bigger thing was we kept selling out every drop in like an hour, right? And then we added a VIP hour because we were like, hey, we want to make sure our best shoppers get it. We made a VIP hour, and then we were selling out in VIP hour. We had no inventory left for the public drop. And we're like, okay, like, how do we get more inventory? What do we do? How do we even get there? So in 2022, we brought in a fractional CFO in the summer. In my past life, I was a strength and conditioning coach. I actually trained his mom.
All right.
And he was the CFO at Shinesty. And
yeah.
She had introduced us because she's like, hey, he's doing big things and he could probably give you help. And a few years later, he was doing fractional and it was the right time for me. So we were just talking. I was like, hey, man, like, can we just run an audit? And he's like, you guys know you're making like $60 on everybody's first purchase? And we're like, no. And he's like, you guys know your LTV is 100% of people return in the first year? We're like, no. He's like, I can get you all the financing you want in the world. You guys got a great business. Go after it, push harder. So 2022, November, Q4 2022, I pushed harder for the first time on the ad account, like really tried to show how we were going. And we did about 600K. And that year we did 2.7.
Come on.
So it's like, I realized, okay, we need more, but same thing, we run out of inventory. So we got inventory-based financing through 2023. So 2022, about 2.7. Then we jumped to 5. Then from 5 to 36, 36 to 136. 136 this year we'll do, 220 to 250 million. And then
Come on, Bill.
And then I'll stop talking about how much we make moving forward. I won't be tweeting about it anymore.
All right. Fair enough.
But yeah, I mean, that the real inflection point was a better understanding of corporate finance, honestly. I think that we had the marketing, we understood the market, we had the audience, the demographics, we had supply chain built out. What we just didn't understand was where to borrow debt, how to leverage it. And when you're a company that's, growing 30 to 50% every month, right? Month after month after month, you're always like, man, for a company that's making money, we sure don't have a lot.
Yeah.
And that's when you start understanding, cash flow, cash conversion cycles, things like that. So I think we used that time to really figure out what that meant and what that felt like. It took a little bit of step in 23, and then 24, we also launched in wholesale. So in wholesale, we also went from, we were in all Shields, about 32 doors at the time.
Yeah.
Plus a few other, little places, Better Baseball.
Yeah.
Down in Georgia, a few other smaller spots. But then we reached out to Academy and Dick's Sporting Goods. Dick's Sporting Goods said no.
Oh.
Academy said yes. And then Academy had a problem. So we opened back up. We had given them exclusivity. DSG had been like, hey, we made a mistake. We shouldn't have said no. Do you want to come back? So October of 2024, we went into 25 doors. And then by May of 2025, we're all 750.
Awesome.
So we went pretty much in 7 months. We scaled from a test to national rollout. And if you go to any Dick's Sporting Goods today, and you walk to the baseball section, half the section is baseball lifestyle.
Boy, you better have known your numbers, brother. If you're scaling from 25 stores to 700 over 7 months, I mean,
Yeah.
you better have your numbers right. That's incredible, man.
Well, yeah, now we're in about a little over 4,000 total doors.
That's so good, Bill.
Wow.
Hey, man, congrats, bro.
Appreciate you.
You know, I love
Before the pop. Yeah, you knew me before the pop.
Yeah, that is so incredible, man. Wow, that's awesome.
Yes, sir.
Bill, could you talk to us a little bit? There's been rumors about your repeat purchase rate, how it's pretty substantially high, like enormously high for apparel. What is that kind of driver? I mean, it's been rumored that it's 50 plus. You can confirm nor deny it.
Yeah.
But that's pretty bananas for apparel. How do you do that where competitors can't easily copy that?
Yeah, our 12-month RPR is over 50%.
That's
Juicy.
That's crazy.
And then on any given day, our repeat customer rate is about 70%. So that's on new customer cohorts, right? So new customer cohorts over 50% in 12 months. So again, why I think like if you've never worn baseball lifestyle, the quality will surprise you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that parents, the first time a lot of things we hear is like, hey, it's a $50 pair of shorts and I got a kid and they're going to get them dirty and they're going to do this. And we have parents who've had the same pair of shorts for 2.5 years now. And if you bought a brand new pair, they look almost identical. And I think for parents, it's like my kid could wear it every week, wash it every week for 100 plus washes, and it looks the same. It feels the same, not breaking down. So our quality, we keep saying, how do we make it even better, even better, even better, without raising our prices? Which the scale has allowed us to then lower our costs and keep our pricing where it is. So we're also not even the highest priced in the market of our competitors. So we have a better product than they have, and we cost less than they have. And we're just leveraging into that by not raising prices, but by, again, continuing to create better experiences and make people evangelists for the brand.
Wow.
Bill, I want to comment on this, and I think everything that you said is totally true. But I just want to add this. What I would say is that, man, you and Josh, I think you are wired in to the pulse of travel baseball and those kids and those parents. I mean, it's like you are one, and you know what's going on with them. And the great thing about travel baseball parents, for those who don't know, my next door neighbor, great example. Man, they love their kids and they want their kids to do the best and have the best. And a lot of times what that means is like expensive equipment, and it bleeds into having the shorts that they want, and they got the right swag, they got the right bag, all of this, and it spells LOVE is what it spells. It spells love. And I think a big piece of this incredible repeat purchase rate that you guys have, I think a big piece of it is you and Josh being wired into the community, knowing what they love, focusing on that 12 to 10, 12, 14-year-old boy and beyond, and knowing like what they want, what they're into. I think this is a big piece of this.
Yeah, for sure. And I think the reality is like every marketer could do this to some degree, but you have to actually go and live in the bubble that you're trying to serve.
Exactly.
I just got back from College World Series, right? But let me even talk about my team before I talk about how we see the community, right? My chief of sales, like my VP of sales, he was a professional baseball player, played Atlanta Braves, San Diego Padres organizations. He still coaches. He coaches a high-level team, nationally known team. His kid's an 11U player. He knows the game. So when we go, he knows it's authentic, right? My director of sales, her son is a high-level 14U player. He's right now at Lake Point. 2 minutes before I got on with you guys, I was talking to her. He got asked to stay an extra week, play for the 16U team. He's on 14U. We really are in, like, everybody here. My senior director of finance, he threw 97 miles an hour.
Let's go.
One of my guys in my operations team, he was the 2016 minor league pitcher of the year for the New York Mets. We are in the game, And like I was a strength and conditioning coach, trained professional athletes.
Yeah.
I had, I still have players who were playing in the minor leagues, professional leagues that I got to work with. So we know the game. And Josh was one of my athletes, right? I was his coach. Exactly. So when you talk about the authenticity, like, yes, we live that. But I think that what's allowed us to stay is like we've been doing this since Josh is 15 years old and he's 28 now, right? So 13 years later, how do we still know what a 15-year-old boy wants to see? Yeah. And it's because we go out and we do it every day. We make content every day. We're there every day. We're staying present in the community every day. And there's no breaks, right?
Yeah.
It's every day you got to live it. And I think if everybody looked at it, whether they're selling, a bidet or they're selling a wallet or they're selling a water bottle, I think you have to live like, what is the use case that I'm trying to go at? What's the angle? And then what are the actual pain points? What are the actual things? What does that community want to resonate with? And just make sure you stay authentic. And I think for us, the other side is staying authentic. We hear a lot of people like, hey, when are you going to go into lacrosse? When are you going
to talk about this, Bill? Talk about this, because I think this is a big point. Talk about this.
Baseball lifestyle will always be baseball lifestyle.
Come on.
Right? And I think that a lot of people tell me that that's a bug and not a feature. And I think that there's probably some truth to that noise. But Nike's a cross-country company.
Yeah.
Right? Viori's a rock climbing company. Yep. Lululemon's a yoga company.
Yep.
Supreme is a skate shop in Brooklyn, right? And you can become more than the thing, right? Berkshire Hathaway is a wood company, right? Like you can be more than the thing you are today if you're selling the right thing and you resonate with the community. And what we say is baseball is more than a game, it's a lifestyle. I think what we're trying to talk about is it's more than a game, it's a lifestyle, and live on that. And I think then it's about having a beer with your buddy at the game and commiserating about life, right? Yeah. Having a catch with your kid and having lifelong bonds about having that, right? Taking your wife on a date to a baseball game for the first time before you got married. And it's one of those moments that you remember catching a fly ball or doing this. And the game is life, right? And all of the things that support it. And I think what we're trying to do is just say, stop thinking about us as one thing. And we're just going to stay true to who we are. And we think that's just going to resonate more and more. And it's why I think the game of baseball in general is having a moment in a lot of different ways. And I think we could just keep being baseball is fun and we'll see what happens.
If you're in the ads manager all day long, you know the problem. Every platform takes credit. Every dashboard tells a different story. Meta says this, TikTok says that. Shopify says I made this much, I spent that much. Sometimes it's hard to know which ad platform is telling the truth. Northbeam fixes this with their own proprietary data. Starting from the actual purchase, rebuilding the customer journey from real orders, real clicks, real verified ad views, and then pushing that measurement back into the ad platform so they optimize on what's actually driving your revenue, not what those platforms assume is driving your revenue. Start measuring what was previously unmeasurable. Go to northbeam.io, book your demo today. Many thanks for Northbeam being part of the show. There's a reason when people make a switch from whatever SMS partner they have a Postscript, they see a plus 22% increase in SMS revenue on average. Now, I didn't see that. I saw a whole lot more. We went from making very little money on SMS to being the top 1% account in their entire platform inside of a year. And the secret is I just did what they said. And what they are saying is that you're leaving money on the table and your customers text you back. Go get the conversation report, directtoconsumer.co/the conversation report. The good news is Postscript's AI shopper can now have one-to-one conversations with your customers at scale. Many thanks for Postscript being part of the show. I think this, exactly what you just described, I think so good. I think it's so good. And I think there's a lot of, like you indicated, there's a lot of, you can make so much more money and blah, blah, blah. Well,
in football gloves and golf gloves, and you can make a ton of money in other sports.
Yeah. But how about, we can stay true and look out. Look here. Look at all this money we're making now. So much that I'm going to stop talking about it. You know what I'm saying? I think there's a lot to this, Bill. I'm very passionate about this.
Oh, I know.
Wow. That's
Bill,
good, man.
Bill, you just mapped out how you guys basically double, tripled. Crazy growth, crazy scale. That's banana scale for anyone that's listening.
Yeah.
When you did that, what broke? And then what did you have to rebuild? Because I know it wasn't all roses and amazing and we're just scaling. I know that along the way you're like, oh my God, this doesn't work anymore. This system broke. Oh wait, what happened with that? That's not supposed to be there. Well, talk to me through that.
So I think the first thing that broke was operations.
Yeah.
Right? Supply chain. I think the second thing that broke was operations.
Right.
I think that, thankfully for us, I think we had the marketing of a much bigger company much earlier in there.
Yeah.
So it didn't require as much of a rebuild. The third thing that broke was how we source, develop, and manage people. Right. I think the HR culture and development and where you're sourcing people from, like, I have like 2 offices in one, and in my other office, my guy Rob, he was our 8th employee, right? And I was just told this morning that we're currently at 378 employees.
Oh, come on, Bill.
Oh,
That's crazy.
So we also do our own fulfillment. So for everybody who's listening, I don't try to skirt around. Everybody who's at a 3PL and has 100 and something people delivering for them, you got more employees than you're saying. But I do my own fulfillment because we want to control that. But also, I do a drop every Friday.
Yeah.
I want to be able to over deliver on experience from a customer service side. That's the fourth thing that broke was operations. We implemented a WMS and a ERP simultaneously last year in the summer, and that the implementation failed. And we didn't know. So what was happening was a very small percentage of orders were not transmitting. So it was about 6% of our orders weren't transmitting.
That hurts.
So in any moment, that might be okay. But then we launched our back to school sale and we did $5.1 million on the first day.
Yeah.
And 6% of $5.1 million was a lot.
That's a lot.
Then we did about $13 million in that 7-day window. And that starts to be a lot. So we ended up having that by the time we realized it was a problem, we were weeks and weeks behind on shipping. Right. Already because the volume was way outside what we expected. So then we were outside that window. And then halfway through, for 14 days to ship a thing out, we find out that people who had bought the very first day were lost. So we ended up getting all the packages out. But, somebody tweeted something recently. Seth Godin was talking about like the keys to marketing, like today in like an AI world and things like that. And he said, a brand is not a logo, it's a promise. And you want to do you have to do the right thing and the thing you promise, even when it's hard. So we refunded $1.1 million worth of stuff and still shipped out the product to people.
Wow.
So, but like, again, I think we did the right thing, right? We told people all along, like, we are going to make it right. We don't know what that'll look like until we get to the end, but we did that. Then anybody who had anything, we made custom t-shirts. We sent stuff out. We gave people free shipping on different things. We gave people early access to new orders. We're like, hey, we're going to drop it to you guys first to make sure our system's not broken. And then we're going to drop it to VIPs, and then we're going to drop it to real people. So we did a lot of things to try to earn people's trust back. But yeah, that stuff broke. And then in that, again, the people and scale and infrastructure become the hardest part of that, especially if you're trying to have sustained growth. I think if you run in a 3PL and you try to build a business that's like, let's sell a lot of product really rapidly and grow really fast. You can do it, but it's not a resilient business.
Yeah.
And I think what BL has built with the infrastructure to go to wholesale and serve publicly traded companies and deliver on time and be mentioned in Dick's Sporting Goods earnings calls, right? Like getting there is because we built real infrastructure that's resilient. And that was hard. We had never done it before. And then, I think, again, we're lucky. A lot of people say, hey, the people who go from 0 to 1 million won't be the ones who go from 1 to 10. The people from 10. All 5 of our original employees are our C-suite. They've been.
Whoa, Bill, this may be the biggest thing you've said on this whole show.
That's crazy.
Our first guy we hired for pack and ship, he worked at a Bed Bath & Beyond. He ran the distribution center for 3 Bed Bath & Beyonds. He quit for $40,000 a year, no health insurance. He's my COO.
Wow.
He now negotiates rates, international shipping, logistics, talking to China, 10 o'clock at night, talking to Bangladesh, talking with people on the East Coast, West Coast, managing international logistics, negotiated it. And he's still with us. My chief content officer, he really started with us. He was working 10 by 10 tents at pop-up events, and now he's our content guy. our commercials, all of our organic content, our entire content team. We were hired by the MLB Players Association to do the All-Star Games content. Like, he's still with us, right?
Wow.
My wife is our CMO. She was
Let's
also,
go.
she was also our first employee. She built our original website, designed all our email flows, built all the infrastructure. She now negotiates with professional athletes, MLB organizations, Adidas, Nike, all these people. Like, she hangs, and then Josh and I, right? And like, we are all still the same people. We've never brought in like, oh, let's have a professional CEO come take this. Like, we're still doing it, and we're doing it well. And I think there's a lot to be said to the years where we were really learning this business deeply. We weren't scaling as fast, but because we had something to unlock. But that grindy mentality made us know the answers to the questions, and that's scaled, and that's been fun to do.
You know,
Wow.
Bill, I can't tell you how much that like blesses me to hear and resonates with me. I really feel, you know, it's like there is no secret. You know, it's like it's us. We're here and we're learning and we're grinding and we got to figure the thing out. And there's always like there is this like promise of like, hey man, as I grow, like I'm gonna be able to like. We'll like nab like some secret person that has all the secret knowledge that's done this at a way higher scale than we ever have. And we'll bring them in here and everything will be magical and we'll grow forever because of that. And it's just like not the case.
The hardest thing has been taking high performers from other places and not having them do what they did there. Right.
Yeah.
So I think there's a difference between I worked at a place and I ran something.
Yeah.
And I worked at a place and I built it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I think here where we're trying to build it, a lot of people come in and they're like, well, where's all the stuff that I have when I can do it? It's like, I don't have any of that.
Right.
You gotta make it.
You gotta make it. You gotta make it.
Yeah, you gotta build that. And we call it self-select, right? Like, this is a sports team, right? We used to say we were a family and the five of us are very close. Well, over the years, as we were adapting, we're like, a family's probably not going to be scalable to all 300 plus people, 1,000 plus people. So we're like, what are we? We're more like a sports team, right? Like, and we've been together for a long time and we won championships and we've been, you know, the winners at the end of the year and we've come in second place and, you know, we've had to rebuild and we've had to restructure. And sometimes somebody's not a starter anymore and we have to make the hard decision to move on. Those things have been super challenging, but I think that we've now built a culture of like, you know where you stand with everybody at any time. We're open. We're honest about where things need to be. I think we're Josh and I have strong beliefs held lightly. We think we're right. We're willing to have you come in and tell us we're wrong and prove it. But we're not going to let you come in and tell us we're wrong with no backing.
Yeah.
And I think now I think we figured out how to hire at a really, really high level. And that's now made it that now you're putting more gas on the fire and hopefully I can make this hockey stick go up because I think I've been taking it easy for the last 6 months.
Well, brother, if you're taking it easy, then I think we've all been asleep. But I love this. I love this so much. And man, we appreciate you making the time to join us here, man. And I just want to say, like, this fires me up so much. This fires me up so much, bro. And you know what, man, you guys deserve it and you made it happen.
Absolutely.
And the obstacle is the way, and you guys you made it happen. And you deserve it, man. And I love it.
Appreciate
I
it.
love it. Well, bro, hey, let's do this. I guess I'd love to tell everybody to go to bl101.com and buy something, but it's probably all sold out
All sold out
already.
Today's drop's doing well. Today's drop.
Oh yeah, you had a drop today. Yeah,
Every Friday. Every Friday since COVID, we do a drop.
and I think that's so smart. I think it's so smart and hard to make happen. Hard
So
to make
hard.
happen.
That's why operations broke so many times, guys.
Yeah. Well, everybody go. Where can people find you and follow you if you ever talk online anymore? I know you don't because you're always making money.
At the Bill Rom, I think is my my Twitter handle, but that's the only place I say anything.
Go find Bill on Twitter and follow him. And Bill, man, if we can ever pry you out of New York City, maybe we just need to come up there Anyway, it'd be great to hang in real life and come see it all. And man, we love you. And man, I'm so excited for everything that's happening.
Texas. I gotta get down to Texas.
All right, we'll do it. We'll do it when you come. Bill, thanks for coming, brother. Look forward to having you back and appreciate you, man.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
What is the next big idea that could change your business? Is it a price change, adding subscriptions, maybe a new bundle, strategy, or an app? Discovering and testing those high growth opportunities is exactly why Intelligence exists. It's an AI powered testing platform, helps you find the changes worth making. If you're looking for your next big idea, they have you covered. Go to intelligence.io/audit. In just a few minutes, you're going to have 3 ideas that you can test today. Totally free, AI powered audit. Go talk with Intelligence. Get the next new big idea for your business. Many thanks for Intelligence being part of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know what's really working right now, not what worked 6 months ago, but what's actually scaling on the market today, TrendTrack gives you full access to the marketing playbook of any brand in the world. From every Meta, Google, TikTok ad they run to every email newsletter they send their customers, your direct competitors, the biggest players on the market is all there. All the market data centralized in one place, refreshed every 24 hours. Go to trendtrack.io and get hooked up with them today. Know what's actually working on the internet. Many thanks for TrendTrack being part of the show. Your email provider and your tech stack probably only recognizes about 1/3 of your returning shoppers. Everyone else, they're browsing anonymously, and your flows, they're just sit idle. Tie identifies up to 70% of your total site traffic and pushes those shoppers into the flows that you already run. Caraway, as an example, uses Tie's predict scoring to lift opens by 40%, clicks by 30%, while sending 20% fewer emails. Go book a walkthrough. Go to meettie.com/cowboy. When you do, tell them that Colin and I sent you today. Many thanks for Ty being part of the show. We have the one and only Sam Nebel, co-founder of Good Wipes, bringing the internet and the world's most premium flushable wipes to all of us everywhere. I think these guys are in like 15,000 plus doors. Okay.
Yeah.
They're in like Walmart, Target, Kroger, Albertson, Safeway, HEB, everywhere. And they had this interesting collab, did they not? Did they do like some kind of interesting collab as of late? We were covering it on the show. Didn't they do something with Olipop or something? I think that they did, which I thought was a joke.
No,
and
the fiber.
It turned out to be real.
Fiber from Olipop.
It turned out to be real. It's
Yeah.
like, this like incredible flavor that I can, have for the necessary things that we all must take care of.
Yeah, of course.
But, we desire to do it in a winsome way. I think we should just go ahead and bring them in here. Let's bring him in here. Everybody, welcome to the show, the one and only Sam Nebel, co-founder of Good Wipes. Sam, get in here.
Woo! I love it. The energy on this show. Can you guys hear me?
Oh yeah,
of
you
course.
sound great.
Amazing.
You sound great, brother.
The production quality, the energy of the show is just magnetic. I'm so happy to be here. And you fired me up talking about the collab, the peaches and cream.
Let's go, baby.
Right here.
Oh,
here it is.
Okay, Sam, we got to talk about this first. I saw this. We actually covered it. I thought that it was an April Fool's type thing. I was like, man, there's like no way this is real because it's too good. Like, there's no way that could actually happen. It's real. It's real. Man, tell us about this. I think this is like, it's so interesting. And it's incredible for what people would think is kind of like a boring category, like wiping, taking care of your business, like this is like the exact kind of incredible thing that I think you guys have done that makes Good Wipes so interesting. I think it's like got to be part of, your mindset and all the success that you guys have had. I'd love to just hear your thoughts on this, little background on it.
I'd love to talk about it, Cowboys. And let me tip my hat to you because you followed along the life cycle of this collaboration absolutely perfectly. Because it actually did start and get announced as an April Fool's joke.
Oh,
that was the whole plan. We said, hey, how can we make people freak out? Everyone does this fake little collabo. And they say April Fools. They've been doing it for 5 years. It's gotten boring. It's gotten old. It's gotten tired. And we said, what if we play into that game? With now with AI, there's 10x the amount of the volume.
Yeah.
Course.
And let's actually launch something. So April 1st, we said, this is Fools. This is an April Fool's joke. Wow. April 2nd, Olipop, Good Wipes, and Walmart did a collaboration post announcing that this is actually real. And this showed up on Walmart's Instagram page.
Crazy.
Which we were in the company of Ben Stiller with Ben Stiller sodas.
Yeah.
Mario with the Super Mario release, which is like the
Crazy.
one of the biggest movie releases of all time.
Yeah.
And Good Wipes. And
Let's go.
And it's been it ended up being our second best selling item in Walmart. So it actually launched in all 4,200 Walmarts and on our website. We did a commercial behind it with DJ DeLisa and Jack's Day in the Life. Who DJ DeLisa is the opener for, and actually the tour DJ for the Jonas Brothers.
Crazy.
So we
the
work, the Joe Bros. We work with him, and we said he would be the perfect professor to teach people. It's all about teaching people and marrying up the guts and the butts, which I just posted to Twitter, by the way. That we're talking about guts and butts.
Guts and the butts.
So you drink your Olipop peaches and cream.
Yeah.
You drink your Olipop peaches and cream. And then, so you get the fiber, you get the prebiotics. And then we always like to intercept a step 2, because it doesn't make you go to the bathroom right away. It's not like a diuretic.
Right.
And it's not like X-Lax or anything, which I have, of course, experimented with before. And so we say, do a little dance in the video. In the commercial, it has do a little dance, and then go to the bathroom and wipe with the peaches and cream flavor Good Wipe. Which, by the way, we matched. It's actually the same exact smell. So we pushed it together when we do events. We wrapped our Porta Palace in. That's our gold premium vessel that we take to music festivals. We went to Coachella, Stagecoach, Kilby Block Party in Utah, and it's just fun. It's fun. That's what we try to do. So you talked about building in a stodgy category. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do, is bring fun and energy and liveliness to break down those taboos, and that's our way of persuading the masses, capital ASSES, lowercase m, to wipe the right way. And so this marriage of guts and butts is really what it's all about, and feeling good. And it was a tremendous success.
That is incredible.
That's incredible.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad you guys like it.
What a campaign. That's phenomenal, man.
It was a game-changing campaign for us, all developed internally and in partnership with Olipop. And, a lot of these collabs, and I like to toot our team's horn here. I didn't really do much of it. What you see with a lot of collabs that we wanted to do differently is it feels like it's just one shot in the dark. It's one Instagram post or maybe two, and then it just disappears. It's online. It's a little lipstick with whatever, a napkin. I don't know. I'm just looking at what's around me. And then it disappears. We said, no, let's actually stretch the life cycle of this, because we think it's really powerful. We got end caps in Walmart. Walmart really got behind it. And if you have all brands kind of partnering, or they saw our team stepping up and saying, hey, we're going to do this, and this, it caused these brands, Walmart obviously bigger than us, Olipop obviously bigger than us, to say, hey, we're going to step up and push this too. So it's really this different approach to collaborations and partnerships that allowed this to flourish and become a 7-figure item in Walmart for us.
Drastic.
Sam, have you always had this different approach to collaborations? Because I feel like this is super unique. Are you guys always trying to have kind of these moonshots, maybe once a quarter or once a year, where it's like, hey, we don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to try our absolute best to hit a grand slam with this?
Yeah, I mean, look, you never know how it's going to turn out. I think we all had pretty strong conviction around it. But when you realize that if you're putting that much dedication and commitment and effort and energy into something, it's bound to succeed, right? And that's why we wanted to say, hey, let's go for, whether it's a moonshot or a home run, or just say, hey, let's hit a bunch of singles with this. It stacks up, rather than saying, hey, let's half-ass it, just throw it on Instagram, see how it goes. It really built a lot of brand equity for us. And like I said, you could see it reflected in the sales numbers. You could see it reflected in the brands that now reach out to us for partnerships. We may have another one coming around in Q3 that might blow the roof off. Yeah, hold on to your hats, boys. Strap in. Yeah. We might. I'm not committing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's just go ahead and get this out of the way. If it does materialize, then I think we need to have Sam back. And we need to talk about this, because this kind of interestingness in 2026, especially in I would just consider it, like you said, like a kind of a stodgy category, a giant TAM, huge. Everybody's got a rear end. Okay,
Everybody's got a rear end.
Everybody's got a rear end. All right. Everybody
Right.
wants that experience to be as pleasant as possible.
That's right.
You know, it's like,
That's right.
how do you stand out there? And let's just go big. Let's show up with the Porta Palace, number
Yeah.
one, incredible.
Yeah.
Let's show
Number
up at
one. That's right,
Coachella.
thank
You know, let's bring in Ollie Pop, the guts
Yeah.
and the butts. And man, this is like I just feel like this is so inventive. I you know, whenever I buy these things, we've got like wipes all around. It's kind of like, man, you always got to check, can I actually flush it? You know, that's a big
Yeah, can you
problem.
actually flush it?
But you know
Yeah.
what like
Yeah.
makes me love you guys is this whole thing that you just like detailed for us. Hey, we're teasing this, we're doing it with that, we're showing up to the festival. Like
Yeah.
I feel like there's playbook here, Sam. Like this makes so much sense.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. And not only is you said number one, it's number one really good in the Porta Palace. Actually, number two is so amazing in the Porta Palace. Really would love to invite to the next event that we.
We're gonna do it.
Yeah, you have to. And really, you could do the podcast from the Porta Palace too. We've done
We
that
will
before.
live stream. We're gonna live
live
Let's
stream
go.
Let's
from
live
the
stream.
event.
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
And we'll go inside the Porta Palace. Maybe we'll
Yeah.
do the whole show
Yeah.
inside the Porta Palace.
That's fair.
Who knows?
It's big, it's cold, it's premium, it's nice. There's music playing in the background. It is the apex porta potty experience that
I
you
love
could
it.
ever have. Yeah, it's really fun, guys. It's really fun.
Wild, man.
Yeah, we'd love to have you on.
Wow, that's incredible.
Could you kind of talk to us about how you nurture this culture at your company for them to be comfortable going through this type of, I would say, like, incredible marketing, incredible thought around all of this? I mean, these are really outside of the box, but how do you nurture that at your company to make sure that you guys are constantly innovating?
Yeah, I think it comes from a culture of you always have to have accountability at the foundation. And my partner
Yeah.
Charlie has been brilliant engineering that and instilling that before we were really blowing up and becoming a real company that's out there with real household penetration. But it's that sense of autonomy. It's that sense of creative energy and spirit where, you're still saying no more than you're saying yes, but we really give our team time to flourish in the creative ideation stage and try to take risks. And look, you have to work through it. It takes a lot of people on the team, but at the end of the day, we just challenge each other and ourselves to have fun in a fun way. And it's a positive sense of pressure, right? We're doing well. We're growing market share. We're growing household penetration. Our awareness is growing. Our retailers love us. And so it gives us that opportunity to say, hey, let's take risks. We don't even view them as massive risks. We just view them as, let's find something that we could sink our teeth into, go 150%. And that is the playbook that you're talking about, Cowboy. That has been really fun for us, which is, hey, we're going to do fewer things, but we're going to go all the way, full detail, creative, like run it through the entire creative pipeline, make it really beautiful. And that has allowed us to hack the memorability of the experience. And it also that culture comes from hiring right people who have a sense of quantity, have a sense of not perfectionism, but really high bar, high standard of excellence. And when you see excellence around you, it levels everyone else up to say, oh, that's how we're going to do it. Then we're going to bring this level of attention and detail to what I'm doing. So it just cascades and reverberates across the organization.
Your CX team is buried in repeat tickets that are costing you money. Rich Panel is the AI help desk that fixes this massive headache and automates 70 to 80% of your interactions. You're only responsible for the exceptions. Your team of Rich Panel AI agents has got you on the rest end to end. If you're paying humans $2 to $10 per ticket, you need to see what 30 cents feels like. Ridge did this, cut their cost per ticket by 70%, save $500,000 and 50% autonomous resolution in 30 days guaranteed or your money back. Go to richpanel.com, book your demo today. Many thanks for Rich Panel being part of the show. If you're getting 5,000 orders a month and you can sprinkle in $3 to $4 extra on each one of those without touching your ads, wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, it would. That's what brands like Olakai, Cozy Earth, Groove Life are doing with Rocked After Sale every single day by adding post-purchase upsells and downsells from the cart through the thank you page and then stacking an extra 30 to 50 cents just by showing offers from Disney Plus, HelloFresh, Venmo, etc. It's high margin revenue straight to your bottom line. You can be live in minutes. Go to aftersale.com/offers. Truly a no-brainer. Many thanks for Rocked After Sale being part of the show. Oh, I dig it. I dig that so much.
Yeah.
Tell me this, Sam. I feel like there's got to be a ton of operators, founders. They're listening right now. They're thinking like, golly, like I want Walmart to love me as much as they love Sam.
Yeah.
So much so that they put me, on the IG page right next to Mario.
Yeah.
So I know that they want that, but there's got to be even more who are saying like, man, 15,000 doors, like all those doors. Like, I just want to get in some doors.
Sure.
We just gotten our first 200.
Yeah.
Man, I would love to, just peel it back a little bit.
For sure.
Man, help founders. Maybe they just raised, we had like Frozen One on here. They're doing something really interesting with protein ice cream, and they're breaking into a number of doors now. And man, they're all of them. They can remember where they are. But man, talk to founders and operators like that who are trying to break in more. Man, from a buyer's perspective, what do they care about that a lot of times on our side, on the brand side, we might get wrong? Like, how do we thread that needle and make them love us and get more exposure that way?
For sure. Well, look, as an emerging brand, whether you're, you could be Good Wipe size, you could be just breaking in, and let's say we're, middle of the pack, 8 figures, right? Or you could be Olipop size. You're still always going to be smaller than the legacy brands. So what I mean is Olipop is going to be smaller than Coca-Cola, right? They're big. I mean, they're $600 million plus company, but they still don't sell as much volume as Coke. Yeah. We're growing. We're adding more growth than any other flushable wipe brand. We're obviously adding more growth than toilet paper. Toilet paper is actually declining in growth, but we're still smaller than the toilet paper companies. Yeah. And so the method that we started out with, which we still utilize today, and there's a number of other strategies. I should just say relational building, authentic relational building is real. Relationship building is really what it is. For us, we always wanted to come with that Midas touch white glove approach. Even before we were weird for the retailer at first to be, you're not even in here, but why you're acting like the category manager. You're giving me all this information. You're sharing the trends. You're talking about the category. You're not just trying to sell me on your 2 SKUs to get in. And we really went that way with a holistic approach and saying, hey, we want to be partners with you in the long term. And that allowed them to kind of break down and reduce the perceived level of risk at where they would say, these guys really, this team really knows their stuff. They're clearly working hard. They're sharing this information. They actually want to be partners. They're not trying to just get their items and then, go run to Target and Walmart. Yeah. It really was a holistic approach. And we want every customer to feel like we're treating them the exact same way. And that's the level of effort we give. So our head of sales, Tom, we call him the Sage.
Let's go.
He was getting meetings with, he's getting meetings. We say like he gets meetings that he shouldn't be getting. Like we get meetings with Target, Walmart, off cycle. And not only is he going to Bentonville, 4 to 6 times a year, maybe more, and Minneapolis 4 times a year, but he's going to all of our regional. He goes to see him in person. And so that's the white glove approach that we still maintain and has allowed us to grow. And so now some of those retailers who 4 to 6 years ago took us in for the first time now look at us as the category manager, the category leader. And a handful of those retailers were actually the #1 selling flushable wipe, bigger than Kimberly-Clark, bigger than private label in a handful of these retailers. And so it's all stemmed. Obviously you have to have demand and really build your velocity. So that is having a good, but chips is really what made it for us. And it was all just being true to who we are, just being good people, good and fun, right? It's really, it's kind of simple and caring about what we do and caring about them. It's care.
I love it.
Yeah.
Sam, I mean, you have been in this industry for a while now. What are you excited about trend-wise in 2026? And then what are you kind of ignoring that you think is also a distraction, that you think maybe a lot of founders are kind of following this shiny object, but there are some through trends that you're following, the team is following that you actually want to, activate on?
Yeah, I think what I'm really excited about just from all is I think I got pessimistic about the entire, not from the acquisition sense over the past few years, but there was a lot of fear mongering about the economy and what's happening. Yeah. But guess what? Sure. The economy's been good and bad at the same time for the past, I don't know, since COVID, so 6-7 years. Yeah. And it's like, what are you going to do? But what has been really remarkable to me is seeing still the level of innovation when I truly, and shame on me, I truly thought it was done. I thought every category had been out innovated. Like there's nowhere left to go. Wow. And now you're seeing premium hot dogs. You're seeing you're seeing new beverages. When you think, is there any more room for beverages in the marketplace? Right. And then there's more. And then, I go and have a leisure hydration and I'm saying to myself, this is fire. This lemonade, like this is really good. Yeah, I'm going to make room for this. Right. So I think there's a lot to be excited about with CPG. And I think founders have a lot of opportunity to utilize, functions and selling stacks. I think that's a double-edged sword. You can get carried away with it. You really have to pay attention to what consumers are actually buying. Content life cycles are so much faster. Innovation life cycles are so much faster. So I think it's easy to get caught up in that trap. But I think if you just really continue to root yourself in the fundamentals, the 4 Ps, product, packaging, promotions, placement, and just hit that right, you can at least set yourself up as you stack on more of the compounding, what seems sexy, right? The social media, the TikTok, all those sorts of things, which are really hard to build. The other watch out I would actually say is what I think is a shiny object that I like to rail on, and I'm grateful to have the platform to finally do it here on Ecomm.
Yes.
I have this love-hate relationship with the creator economy and creators. Yeah. I think it truly is the wild west of all marketplaces in the entire world. People are charging insane amounts for absolutely nothing, but there's still the plus side to it. And so what we've done at Good Wipes, and I really think is important to do, is to not get sucked into the hype cycle of this influencer or that influencer. Be ready to be prepared to partner with culture or relevance. But there are truly people that think they're Kevin Hart and Julia Roberts, and it's like, and Brad Pitt. It's like, dude, you literally just started posting on Instagram a month ago. And then the other side of that coin is those people could be the hottest people in the world. And so I think it's just a balancing act, right? Like you have to work with creators, but if you really are patient, you can find people that actually want to partner with you and aren't just looking for a money grab. And we've found a good way to strike that sensitive balance and start weeding out people that feel like they're just hitting us up for money, compared to people that are like, I love Good Wipes and I want to work with you guys and I am willing to make it work within your budget if they're really high profile folks. Because, those could be $50,000, $100,000 for a post type people. And if they're willing to say, I like you, I want to work with your brand for less and let's build out a program, those are who we tend to partner with.
I like these spicy takes.
I went pretty generous on there. I ended up going with, we've had some good experiences lately.
Okay. All right.
Catch me on a bad day about creators. And I'm just like, man, like y'all are crazy.
This is an interesting thing.
Crazy.
This is an interesting thing, Sam, because CPG, it's just such a hard deal to do. And it's crazy to me, but I totally agree with you. It seems like all the innovation still comes inside CPG. It's just everywhere. All the inventiveness is there.
Yeah.
And you got to find ways to get distribution and views and such. And creators is one of these ways, it seems, anymore. We've had several people on who now actually Lauren from Pebble, she talked with us about how they just find all these moms everywhere who are, they're posting for a few bucks per video and they're putting out 1,000 per month, and I mean, there are ways, to still get distribution inside of this thing. Man, that's incredible. It's incredible. Tell me this, man, as things move forward, like I would just think, Sam, like someday, like the biggest company in the world is going to buy you or something. And like, I don't know, just tell me, like, what keeps you excited? What are you looking forward to 2026? I love everything that you guys are doing. Like what's coming that keeps stoking your fire that you keep pushing this thing up and to the right forever?
Yeah. For us, we've been doing it for about 13 years, actually 12 years and 11 months from the day that Charlie and I decided to start Good Wipes. Every year gets better and better. Every month gets better and better. And the opportunity in white space feels like it continues to grow. The category continues to grow. We're the fastest growing brand in the category. There are a few new entrants. and it's a little validating. It's not really scary because we continue to just whoop them in where we're at, and so that just gives us the foundation to say, hey, we've built the foundation, the 4 Ps. We really focus on this, and made this part of our institution, cultural institution, so that anything we do on top of it is really going to help us achieve those awareness and household gains. And the fact that still 60% of the United States hasn't even tried a flushable wipe before.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's just like, hey, we still believe we could replace toilet paper. We still believe that there's so much white space for multiple billion-dollar brands to be in this category. And, our vision is we see ourselves eventually, maybe it's in 5 years, being the leader. So whether it's a big brand that wants to buy us, I mean, we're already bigger than Charmin's flushable wipes. Is there
Let's
a
go,
day,
baby? Let's go, baby.
Is there a day where we could be bigger than their toilet paper? I don't know. Maybe not. But we just see ourselves as the life force for this category, and we have all the tailwinds as evidence to prove that. So we're pretty pumped.
I mean, Colin, talk about like big mission.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, 60% haven't even tried a flushable wipe yet. We think we can replace toilet paper. That's a mission, Sam.
Yeah.
I dig that, man. There's so much white space left. This is a great point.
So much white space. Thank you. I appreciate it, guys. Yeah.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Well, man, we appreciate you for making the time to join us, brother. I think we got to have you back when if something materializes Q3.
Yeah.
And you just let us know next time the Porter Palace is around, we're coming. We're coming with our gear, and we're ready to live stream.
We're finalizing our second half placement, so I'll keep you guys posted. We'll run it live. It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
That's all right. Incredible.
Let's go.
We appreciate you, man. Thanks for joining us. We look forward to having you back, Sam. Incredible.
Thanks, Cowboys.